Everyone is watching the stock market. But the smartest people in finance are watching something else entirely right now. The US 30-year Treasury bond yield just hit 5.31%, the highest level since 2007, the year the iPhone launched and the word subprime was just starting to enter the vocabulary. This is a massive deal. And in this video, I am going to explain why bond yields matter more than stocks right now, in plain English, with zero finance degree required. Let's go. Okay, first, what even is a bond? Super quick. A bond is basically a loan. When you buy a US Treasury bond, you are lending money to the US government. In return, they pay you interest, called the yield, for a set number of years. Then at the end, they give your money back. There are different types: 2-year, 10-year, 30-year, based on how long you lend the money. The 30-year is the big one. It tells you what investors think about the economy for an entire generation. And right now, it is screaming something important. So why does 5.31% matter so much? Let me put it in context. For most of the last 15 years, the 30-year yield was below 3%. During COVID, it was near zero. When it briefly touched 5% in 2023, markets freaked out. Now it has crossed 5.31%, the highest since 2007, and it has been above 5% for the longest continuous stretch since before the financial crisis. This is not a blip. This is a structural shift. This is the key insight. When the safest investment on earth, a US government bond, pays you 5.31% guaranteed, why would you take the risk of stocks? That question is what is reshaping markets right now. Force 1, the US government is borrowing an absolutely staggering amount of money. The national debt is approaching $40 trillion. The Congressional Budget Office just projected a $2.1 trillion deficit for 2026 alone, $200 billion more than expected. That means the Treasury has to keep flooding the market with new bonds. More bonds means more supply. More supply means lower prices. Lower prices means higher yields, basic economics. Force 2, inflation is proving way stickier than the Fed hoped. Tariffs on imported goods are keeping prices high. Energy costs are surging partly due to Middle East tensions blocking the Strait of Hormuz. The annual inflation rate is still well above the Fed's 2% target. When inflation is high, bond investors demand higher yields to compensate because a 5% yield means nothing if inflation is eating 4%. Force 3, the Federal Reserve has a new chair. Kevin Warsh took over in May 2026, and markets are still figuring out how he thinks. Uncertainty about Fed policy makes bond investors nervous. Nervous investors demand higher yields to compensate for the unknown. Simple as that. Okay, this is the part that matters most for people our age. How does a 5.31% Treasury yield actually affect your life? Let me count the ways. 1. Mortgage rates. The 30-year mortgage rate is directly linked to the 30-year Treasury yield. With the yield at 5.31%, mortgages are averaging around 6.5%. The Mortgage Bankers Association says this could stay there through 2028, so if you were hoping to buy a house in the next few years, you are borrowing at 6.5% minimum. That adds hundreds of dollars per month compared to the 3% rates people got in 2021. 2. Auto loans. We already did a whole video on the auto loan crisis. Bond yields going higher pushes all borrowing costs up. Car loans, credit cards, student loan refinancing. Everything gets more expensive when Treasury yields rise. Because they are the benchmark, everything else is priced off. 3. The stock market. Here is the relationship nobody explains properly. When bond yields go up, stocks come under pressure. Why? Because investors now have a choice. Take risk with stocks or get 5.31% guaranteed from the US government. The higher that guaranteed rate goes, the less attractive stocks become. The S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Dow all fell for 3 straight days as the bond sell-off intensified this week. 4, and this one really stings. Higher yields mean the US government pays more interest on its $40 trillion debt. The Congressional Budget Office projects interest payments will hit $1 trillion per year. $1 trillion per year. Just in interest. That is money not going to schools, infrastructure, healthcare, or anything else. It is just the cost of carrying the debt, and it comes from your taxes. And here is something that barely made the news. This bond sell-off is not just happening in America. It is global. Germany's 30-year bond yield hit its highest since 2011. France hit levels not seen since 2008. UK bonds at multi-year highs. And Japan's 30-year bond hit a 30-year high simultaneously. When the whole world's borrowing costs are rising together, that is not a market quirk. That is a global repricing of risk. Okay, so what does all this mean if you are trying to build wealth? Let me break it down practically. If you own stocks, don't panic. The stock market and the economy are not the same thing. Long-term investors should stay the course. But understand that high bond yields create a real headwind for stock valuations, especially high-growth tech stocks that were priced for a zero-rate world. If you have cash sitting in a regular savings account paying 0.5%, you need to know about this. US Treasury bills, short-term government bonds, are currently paying over 5%. You can buy them directly at treasurydirect.gov or through any major brokerage like Fidelity or Schwab. This is the best return on safe cash in 20 years. Genuinely, use it. Okay, now I want to talk about the thing that finance people are quietly worried about, but nobody is saying loudly on TV. Bear with me. The scary scenario is called a debt spiral. Here is how it works. Higher yields mean the government pays more interest on its debt. More interest means a bigger deficit. A bigger deficit means the government has to issue even more bonds. More bonds means even higher yields, which means even more interest payments, which means an even bigger deficit, and on and on. Most economists, including Paul Krugman, say this scenario is unlikely because the US borrows in its own currency and has the world's reserve currency status. But they also said a 5.31% yield was unlikely 2 years ago. The Treasury is already trying to calm markets, announcing plans to double its debt buyback program targeting 10 to 30-year bonds. That temporarily calmed things, but the underlying pressure has not gone away. All right, let's wrap it up. Here's what you need to know. 30-year Treasury yield hit 5.31%, highest since 2007, caused by $40 T-debt plus sticky inflation plus new Fed chair uncertainty. 3. Affects your mortgage, car loan, credit card, and taxes. SAF4 stock market under pressure. Bonds now could compete with equities. SAF5 global bond rout. Germany, France, UK, Japan all hitting high. SAF6 opportunity. T-bills paying 5% plus. Best safe return in 20 years. The bond market is not boring. It is not something only old people in suits care about. It is the engine underneath everything: mortgages, car loans, stock valuations, government spending, your taxes. When bond yields move, everything moves with it. And right now, they are moving in a direction that everyone should understand. Drop a comment. Did you know any of this before today? Are you investing in T-bills right now? I want to know. Like the video if this helped. Subscribe for more finance content that nobody else is making this simple. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.